Hey everybody, Dan here with Fin Feather for Outfitters. Today we're looking at a Walther PPS M2. Do you remember the popularity of this handgun? They had the first generation, which I thought was great, and then they came out with the M2 model, and what this included was the standard cross-directional texturing with the grip. A lot of people loved it back then. I'm wondering if it's still popular. Walther's running a sale with these. You'll see it at the Fin, so let's talk about it. The Walther PPS M2 is pretty phenomenal. I have shot this, I've shot the original, and it is great for a single stack 9mm handgun. Now this is an 8-round magazine. They also have 6 and 7-round mags available separately because people will pocket carry these small single stack handguns. It only has a 3.2-inch barrel. That's it. And the way this has the additional grip, that may be a little too much for you in terms of printing. Well, you could always go with one of those other mags, 6 or 7 rounds for the PPS M2. But that grip texturing was so popular, it still is. If you notice, the Walther PDP Performance Duty Pistol has that grip texturing, except they made it a little more aggressive. But this is like shaking somebody's hand. It is so ergonomically friendly, no doubt about it. And a full 3-finger contact with that 8-round mag. So you're looking at 9 rounds, 8 plus 1. What do I like about this? Well, first, it's a Walther. I have confidence in Walthers. I own several, and they make great handguns, no doubt about it. The trigger has a tab in there. Now, I have noticed also that many pocket carry guns have a heavier trigger pull. Not just Walther, you name it. Many manufacturers, they put a little bit of a heavier spring on there to increase that trigger weight. This is breaking at 6.1 pounds. That is actually pretty light compared to some of the others. So I love the Walther triggers. They are so smooth. They are machined so finely. It really is unbelievable. And then you got that 7 plus 1, 8-round capacity. Not bad at all. 3-dot sight picture. Okay, they are pretty large dots. They are made of metal. And you also have forward serrations here. A small little handgun that shoots very well. And I mean very well. They perform so well. And I'm just a fan. I really am. Let's go ahead and take a look at the internals. I will mention, though, it does have a sight hole indicator right there. Nice looking handgun. Walther did a great job. I loved the Gen 1. When I had that, I said, this thing is great. And I know a lot of people that still carry single stacks. We should not dismiss single stack 9mm handguns because people still love them. People are buying them. And you're wondering, well, what's the sale? You mentioned there's a sale. The MSRP on this is right around $500. I believe it's $499. They are selling this for $300. That's the sale. And it does have an expiration date. But here is the 3.2-inch barrel. And it is so finely machined. Now that right there is shipping grease. I could rub some of that off. Very common with a new handgun. You can get that barrel back in there. Here we have a dual captive recoil spring and a very nice setup, I must add. Easy disassemble. It's got to be perfect if this is going to reassemble properly. It is such a smooth. That slide action is like glass, and that trigger action is pretty phenomenal. If you go with this, it'll come in this case right here. Not much added. You'll see it has a couple slots for additional magazines. Right now they're only offering in this package the 8-round mag, a lock, and then the paperwork back here for the PPS M2. But they do give you a very nice hard case. But I'm a fan of this gun. There's no doubt about it. And for deep concealment, yeah, it would work perfect. And if you recall, they had a recoil way back in like 7 years ago. The new ones they're pumping out are all set and ready to go. So if you still love smaller handguns with a cock striker indicator, I might add, watch, I'll pull the trigger. You see it pops out just a little bit. And then it goes away. So it does have a cock striker indicator. But if you love little handguns for CCW or as a spare, then the Walther PPS M2 would be a great choice. And for $300, I think it's a steal. You get that Walther quality and confidence in a very little package. Once again, Dan here with Fin Feather for Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.